3, 2, 1, action. Hey guys, welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about whatever we want.
Bitch ass.
AJ.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
AJ.
What's up?
What's AJ stand for?
Guess.
Andrew Joseph.
You got one of them right.
Joseph?
Yep. This
why
one's
did-
so random.
I wanted to say Abigail.
It's not that
even
random.
accurate.
Abigail? Yeah,
know why.
that's for sure it.
Why does every Filipino
Arthur?
Yeah.
Okay.
You knew that, I think.
We do know that.
You guys
You're
know
our
that.
friend.
Arthur Joseph.
I guessed, but I got it right.
Wow, Joe. I thought
You didn't know that?
No.
Oh.
they knew this.
Why does every Filipino family have an RJ or an AJ?
Because they have two first names.
LJ.
JR for sure.
JR.
Because they have two first names.
There's always a J in there too.
Yeah. And then they shorten it.
Can we come to one of your parties?
Yes.
You have parties?
So fucking fun. All you guys do is sing.
Usually we would.
Shut up.
So my mom's house in Riverside.
There's too much Corona going on.
I lived there for 29 years. Every like kind of big occasion, we'd have everyone just come through. And Riverside's far for some people, but I try to make it like.
Is it that big ass house that we went to party at like ages ago?
Yes.
That house is massive.
Yeah, like high ceilings and stuff. We had jam sessions and
Do you have
things
a
like that.
theme? Like theme?
Halloween we do for sure. Like the costumes we had at Disney last year, so everyone came in the Disney universe. So you
Oh,
know,
how cool.
Star Wars, Marvel, whatever.
Oh my God, I love it.
And everyone's jamming at the end of the night.
I love that part.
Are all your friends musicians?
Pretty much.
I'd say they all love music for sure, but I do have a lot of musician friends that, yeah, we vibe it out for sure, jamming and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm mixing you up with someone. I'm sorry if I am, but did you do the prom thing?
Yeah, Red Rose's Prom.
That was you.
Yeah,
Okay, yes.
yeah. I thought you were about to say, did you do a song called Lemonade?
No.
No, it's the wrong Filipino.
No.
Yeah, Red Rose's Prom, and we had a live house
That's
band
what I
and
remember,
everything.
is you doing the prom, because I remember thinking like, oh, that's so cool. I didn't go to my prom.
Yeah, that's what I did it for my friends who didn't have a prom.
awesome.
So we did 2 of those before it got so tiring. Like, you know, I'm not a corporation or anything, so it got hard like running a prom, you know. But we'd have a house band, and that's what I love. Live music.
Live music just has a different energy.
So different.
I miss it so much right now. Like so much.
Even live recorded music, like EDM, just has a, even this fool's just going.
I can't.
Because they have control. If they're feeling a song, the crowd's feeling a song, he'll just make it go longer.
Yeah, and you see his face like this,
Yeah.
you just feel it for some reason.
I don't like live recorded music.
That's what all EDM concerts are.
Well, no, I like live music or just studio produced
I'm the
music.
same.
I don't like it. I don't like
So you
Like a
don't
live
like hearing
record, like a live
recording of
taping.
something that.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'd rather just be there live.
So you don't like seeing Steve Aoki?
Live,
Talking
yes.
about live recordings of it.
Yes.
And then
Or
listening to
recording
it later.
of the live.
I'm watching a tape or I'm listening to a
So you
CD.
hear like the reverb or the ambient noise of the
No,
concert.
are you just saying that you like being there? or
Thank
not?
you. Yes. Thank you. I didn't think it was that complicated.
Some live recordings though are dope because
He's
they
still
captured,
lost.
so it can't be captured again.
Yeah, true.
And interactions with the audience and things like that.
I would do without the audience, but it's
That's the part that
really
bugs me
about the
the most.
playing. It doesn't matter. Yeah, the ambiance is fine. I think that the magic, you follow the flow of it, and that's what I like about it.
true.
How do you feel about all those online live performances now then? Because that's a huge.
It's cool that there's a pivot, but I'm just
I
like,
haven't been watching.
Really? Any of them at all? There's so many cool bands now that are like pivoting to that. They're like, okay, since we can't go on tour, we're gonna have our own virtual tour.
yeah, that's cool, but it ain't my tea.
Oh, dude, fuck. You know what's crazy is I follow Scary Pockets, right? They're a really cool.
So sick. So do I.
And this
so
guy,
do you.
This guy pops out of nowhere
Yes.
and sings, and I'm like, oh shit.
It's sick.
They're a funk cover band.
Yeah.
Funk?
So they take whatever pop music and then they funk cover it.
Okay.
They do
That's
funk
tight.
cover. Although the cover that we did was not technically a funk groove. It was more like a shuffle. But it was like, it still was different from the.
Yeah, they kind of do disco, jazz, all kinds of stuff, but yeah.
It was cool to be on there. I was honored. You know, I think that they might have called me in because
They want to hit that Asian market?
maybe the Asian market, but you know, they probably thought it was like a name. But then I told them, I was like, yeah, I went to Berkeley College of Music in Boston, and they're like, well, I didn't know you were like a musician. Like,
What?
oh, you must have not watched my videos, or it was so weird.
Wait, what?
So because I had asked if I could play keys in my collab, and they were like, we usually don't have anyone play, but I've seen it. You know, I've seen them have people play their instrument.
Yeah,
on
they
the
probably
thing.
they didn't do enough research to know that you're
Right, and you know, hey, I'll respect to Ryan and Jack and everybody, but I feel like they didn't know that I was really trying to jam with them. You know what I mean? Like be on their level. But it was cool to be a singer for once. I will say that. Like I usually hide behind my piano and my guitar because I don't know what to do with my hands when I'm singing.
Oh.
So you'll watch that.
You don't do
video.
this?
I think I've like putting my hands in like.
Aren't you supposed to cover one ear and then like visualize the notes?
Oh, is that what they're doing? Visualizing the
Everyone does that shit.
That's the Christina Aguilera thing, you know. So I got to do that for once, you know.
Every fucking person.
But yeah, it was very, very cool to be on that channel and be just a singer, you know. Because I don't consider myself a singer. Like I'm hanging around
you
with
sing.
Tori Kelly, Jeremy Pat, like these guys who have insane vocals.
Yeah, but you're a singer because you sing in your
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it.
Nice. So collabs are still a thing then, or was it like virtual or? How
No,
did
that was real, and that was like 2 years ago.
Oh.
That was pre-COVID. Yeah.
Pre-COVID. But I have.
I was like, oh, that's so cool, man.
Speaking of the online shows and stuff, I've been putting together some shows. There's this show I started called Crazy Talented Asians. I know, kind of corny, but it is cool that because I brought it to the musical theater space. So, you know, in those shows, they're called cabarets where you have everyone sing a solo.
I thought that was for strippers.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's what cabarets are.
I mean, you can probably attribute it to that space as well.
Oh.
But a cabaret in a musical theater sense is like everyone singing a solo from a show or if there's a theme or whatever. Usually those nights are like all white people and maybe there's like one Asian or one person of color and one black guy.
Why? Because is it lame?
No, because that's what the space is dominated by, just like white actors and actresses, right? So I wanted to just start a show where everyone was Asian on there. So then the audiences who started showing up at a usually white space were Asian and, you know, like Filipinos and like my aunties and stuff coming to, there's this venue in Hollywood called Rockwell and it's usually like white dinner theater, usually. You know, so it was cool to start that, but I started doing it online. So starting doing the live stream and editing the videos together and stuff like that. So I would say I am like kind of tired of this like Zoom kind of concert thing. But if you do it in a way where you're like getting some variety or editing videos in a different way, there's a host in between. So then the audience knows it's like kind of live and you're interacting with them, then I'd say it can work. But also I think we're gonna get tired of doing these probably in the next couple months because it's been a long time already.
Well, it's kind of like back in the day with America's, what was it called?
Next
Top
top model.
Funniest home videos?
No, the singer one.
A lot of American things.
American Idol?
That one, American Idol. I was like,
American Ninja Challenge.
American Ninja Warrior.
America's Most Wanted?
Idol, I forgot the word idol.
Yeah, that's the first big one.
But yeah, so like back in those times, you know, you had to like text your vote or whatever, so it was way more interactive with the live audience, and I think that's the
true.
reason why it became so popular. So now we're kind of a little bit reverting, or not reverting, but
Yeah, going back to, you want to feel like
You're connecting.
yes.
yeah,
Like
you've
you're
helped the
part of
outcome.
show.
Yeah, exactly. I think everyone, that still will live on forever, of course. Like, even when you're watching live streams on Twitch and stuff, like you're just saying something, or people are donating so they could say your name. You know what I mean? Even that small interaction is fulfilling to anybody. I mean, I do it when I'm watching streams too. And I think it's just like kind of a subconscious thing.
So when you donate to cam girls, you you were like, please say AJ, please say AJ, please say AJ.
That's where it started though, right? That's what Twitch culture started from.
I never got it either.
Cam girl culture?
I'm sure that
Probably.
that's how that culture ended up becoming part of the game culture, like donating and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Well, I think it first came from the cam girl stuff because I was like, I was laughing at like how we did a brand deal for a live stream company and then they were giving us donations for like the stream and I was like, this is so funny. I feel like a cam girl.
Yeah.
right.
And this was before, I think it was before Twitch.
Yeah, that's probably where that culture kind of came from, that subculture.
That's pretty much all tech moving forward. All starts from the porn industry, right?
Yeah, like POV.
like or even like the prevalence of like Blu-rays. That's because the porn industry took that.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, you know how,
Blu-ray
like,
discs?
you know how back when Blu-rays came out, it was Blu-rays or
HD DVD.
DVDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Blu-rays won because the porn industry took Blu-ray.
Really?
Oh.
I slapped
So
it.
every
I remember that though, because it was like Toshiba and all them doing the HD TV, and Sony really was like the one
they're pushing Blu-rays for it.
pushing Blu-ray because I think they helped produce a lot of that stuff.
But you know, when you're watching so much content from like playing games and all that, like you don't got no time, right? So that's why this video is brought to you by Postmates, baby.
Postmates.
Hell yeah.
You don't got no time, and you're busy online, and you're working.
Working on your rhymes.
You're working on your rhyme, not doing the crime, right? And then you're like on your Zoom calls or whatever, and you're just watching the show. You don't want it to be interrupted. That is the main reason why Postmates is good for you. You can order, you can get like, man, you gotta get dinner. Oh no, I don't have no time. But I also don't wanna go out because of COVID, baby. It's not safe right now. So that's why I like using Postmates. They deliver food from every restaurant that I can think of right to my door. Just download the Postmate app on iOS or Android to find your favorites and get anything you want delivered within the hour.
And for a limited time, our listeners only, Postmates is giving you $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. That's 1 week. So start your free deliveries, download the app, use the code OFFTHERECORD. That's code OFFTHERECORD for $100 of free delivery credit with no minimum purchase for 7 days.
But I don't like to strategize my porn like that. I just kind of I just go with the flow. I just let it happen. Let it happen. Oh, but I haven't been able to jack off recently because I've been camping, and it's not that easy.
Is it hard to jack off when you're camping?
Because it's cold or?
It's impolite?
He has a routine.
Is it
He has a
impolite maybe?
He's sharing a tent with like 8 people.
Well, I'm in a hammock too. Oh, dude, the way we camp. Okay, so
His hammock's just shaking really hard.
You just hear the fabric.
have you guys slept in a
parachute?
hammock before? Like slept?
Oh, I did take a nap.
Did your back hurt?
Not a full night. Not a full night. What does it feel like?
It feels like your mother is rocking you slowly like that.
I wanna
Do
be
you zip
rocking.
it up? Like, how does it work?
So
There's like a net over, right?
No, I mean you can get those kinds, but you just kind of wrap yourself around like that if you want.
What if, like, you know how, like, I don't know if you sleep like this, but when I sleep, sometimes I have to move or get comfortable.
Yeah.
When you do that, does like the whole thing start shaking, or is it just so comfortable?
It's form fitting.
But I mean, I bet you can't just go like if you're a stomach sleeper, that doesn't work. Cause then you're like a banana. Just,
Yeah.
No,
wouldn't work that way.
I sleep on my side, or I just. It's so comfortable that you sleep on your back,
okay.
and I don't sleep on my back.
Yeah.
So there's a way to hook it up, like you know those sleeping pads, that you lay out. Yeah,
put it
use
in
that
there?
first.
Like the inflatable one?
Yeah. You put that first, and then you get a sleeping bag. Man, it was like below 40 degrees. It was cold, but I was warm, man. It felt great. Yeah, it was so good. And I think I'm just hooked to like hammocks now.
Cool.
Like the first
You sewing up in your bedroom?
Yeah. Get this mattress out of here.
That's pretty cool. You should do that in your studio.
I am going to.
No way.
We have support beams that can probably
Are
hold.
they real wood? Because some of them are foam.
No, it's
think it's solid.
exposed beam. It's in the
What
studio.
about that? Because remember you used to have in the other house that you lived in the actual frame for the hammock?
Oh right, I got it at IKEA. That's how I started sleeping in hammocks. Because when I moved, I didn't have a bed for like a month, so I had a IKEA hammock, and I just knocked out in that thing for like until I bought a bed.
Why don't you make your inside of the? Why don't you make the inside of the studio like the outside?
Yeah.
That's a pretty good idea. I think we're gonna do a tropical Hawaii theme, so it might work. Yeah.
Lots of plants. Are you gonna be a plant dad?
I don't know. I gave away all my plants, but I do love plants. I like a green thumb. Yeah, I love plants. Yeah, well, I went to this secret like camp spot, right? And my buddy, he's super improv. Like he just goes with the flow. He doesn't prep. All he lives with is just a toothbrush and like a couple of cup of noodles. And he could be in the forest for a while, but most of us can't do that kind of shit, right?
Well, he also doesn't eat very much.
He doesn't eat.
He also looks like Soy Tia a little bit.
Yeah, he does.
I love you. He's my brother. I love him.
That's why he can survive off of.
He refuses to use a sleeping bag.
What?
In 40-degree weather, he refuses to use it.
He was just in the hammock.
He ain't no bitch.
And I'm just like,
a sleeping bag doesn't make me a bitch. I was the most comfortable one out.
Why doesn't he brings it, he's just like, fucking, I'm too manly for this shit?
He doesn't bring one. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that because it looks so nice. Did you guys? Was it like one of those places where you could just drive out to and you could just camp anywhere?
No,
or how did that work?
We needed a.
Or you guys just broke some laws?
We broke some laws.
Oh, cool.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, we just went deep into the forest. It was all based off a picture. My friend said, look at this picture. Wow. It's a beautiful teal lake, right?
It does look beautiful.
And no shit, I thought that it was just edited. Because you know whenever there's landscape photography and all that, like, it never looks
Saturated
like
or something.
the way that it does in the photo. But when you get there, it's legit a teal lake. It'll shock you, like, what the fuck, how is that? And there's glaciers, like in the middle of summer, man. Yeah, so it's nice and cool, and you know, it was like 100 degrees, but when you go up there, it was nice, man. It was like 70. So we're going and we're looking around for like a place to just camp out on. And we find this cove. It was kind of like an island, right? And we went pretty deep into it. We walked 6 miles with like 60 pounds of equipment. It was nuts. And everyone was just so down and like, you know, we're like, yeah, I'll hold this for you, and then we'll just keep going.
Do you leave your car parked there for a couple of days? So you're away from your car for a couple of days?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a public parking spot. Yeah. So, but I guess it's deep enough into the
That's
forest.
the kind of
where there's
camping
no
I've been
threat.
wanting to do. Like
Yeah,
the
it's
not by my
crazy.
car camping.
I was not even prepped though. So next time we're probably gonna be prepped because he didn't explain like, yo, we need this or this. We just grabbed bottles of water and we just prepared for the worst because it was like, we know this dude and he could sleep on leave.
He just wings it.
Yeah, but for us, we're just like, all right, we should get this. All right, let's go. We just don't know what to expect.
Yeah, yeah. But now you know.
Now we know, but yeah, I was just like, it was crazy because it was my first time backpacking and I didn't even plan on backpacking.
Wow.
We brought a tent and all that stuff and
Did you have a backpack then? Or you just had like a...
No, dude, all of us had two normal backpacks. Like I had like a backpack with that water tube thing. What do you call it?
Camelback?
Camelback?
Yeah, I had a camelback in the front and I had a regular North Face backpack in the back.
You wearing two backpacks like front and back?
All of us were wearing like two backpacks with holding shit in our hands, looking up like noobs, dude. And people were just like, you guys got a lot of stuff. And we're like, yeah, I had a bag of fucking snacks and chips. We didn't prepare for food, dude.
didn't plan for this, guys.
How long was that trip?
Friday to Sunday. So it wasn't very long. We survived, you know?
Yeah.
But, bro, it was crazy. But in that chaos, though, I was really able to just appreciate a lot of shit and realize that we don't really need much. Like, for example, at night, we figured out, like, how to make a fire and keep it going. Yeah. And then everyone was just kind of like, let's just get some rocks together, all this.
Do you guys have a lighter or matches?
Luckily, I have a fire starter, too, where you could just go, yeah. And then,
I thought you guys slammed two rocks together. I was like, fuck, that's hardcore.
Amazing.
we set up hammocks where it was like 3 trees and we had 3 hammocks going and then there was wind and we had to figure out how to block the wind. And we put up tarp and it turned out to be like a half teepee thing where it kept it warm just in our area. Yeah, and then that water is like -3. It's like ice water, bro. It's so cold, but it's refreshing. And we're just using that to like brush our teeth, shower, everything.
Did you go swimming in it for like a second?
-3?
I don't know, just fucking...
No, we kept jumping in it.
Yeah. But you got to come out right away?
If you don't come out right away, your limbs start feeling like it's cold, like it's freezing.
Yeah,
It's like all
hypothermia or
like
something.
spiky feeling because it's so cold.
Yeah, like you'll feel it when you're like, all right, it's time to go, you know? Yeah, but it's fucking amazing. Cause like, that's the first thing we do. We get up, we just jump in there, that's our shower. You take a shit in the woods, you just dig a hole.
So nice.
It is, and there's no one there. So,
nice.
yeah.
It smells a little bit worse than usual though.
It really does.
Because it doesn't go in the water. You know when you're pooping in the water, like immediately get sealed? But when you're shitting and you're like, damn, this thing kind of smells.
It has to be like at least how deep does that hole have to be?
It doesn't sound like they were following any laws, so I don't think it mattered.
But like the natural camping, you know.
I just dug a hole and then covered it up.
Animal style.
Yeah, animal style.
Animals don't even dig holes though.
So we're already more polite. We're already more polite than they are.
The way that the forest just energizes you, it's fucking weird, right? So we'll sleep at like, I don't know, like 9 or 10 just naturally because we're not on our phones. There's no reception, right? So you just naturally sleep 2 hours after the sunset. And then you might wake up in the middle of the night because you hear some noise or whatever, and you would think that you would have this groggy wake up, but we all woke up at like 4 or 5 in the morning, just refreshed.
The air and the oxygen come in.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like we'll sleep like an hour or two and just be completely fine for the rest of the day. It was nuts.
Did your friend who didn't like sleeping bags, did they have a blanket at least?
No, he stayed up all night.
What?
Just watching, tending the fire.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What?
That's hardcore.
He is, man.
He's not on drugs. That's crazy.
He pulled like a 2 or 3 day all-nighter?
Well, he slept the first night. The first night,
Damn, this guy's crazy.
we didn't have a campsite because we didn't plan ahead, so it was all booked up. So we pulled over on the side of the road, and we put 2 of our SUVs together, and we both have roof racks. So we just hung hammocks in between. And so he slept in
This
the
is
car.
crazy.
Yeah, and a couple of us slept outside.
That does sound fun.
Yeah.
Just like it's survival mode
Just
now.
wing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the no reception thing, that's like
It's awesome. And weed helps a lot too.
It chills you out. You're like, fuck, what's going on? You take a hit, you're like, this is
It's all
fine.
good.